Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Jadon Mickens now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke. Ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy, you're still our leader.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like how he has the tight end up nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He's got room past the 30, and he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To throw is Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, this is Madison. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here comes Rager. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Vikings.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Joseph on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Jones. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Cousins to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Off the play fake, Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd and a yard, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. He's got room past the 30 and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Jones now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So that would have been something from there. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Play action now. Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
1st down, Vikings.
Cousins. This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Play fake. Cousins. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Second down and goal. Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. On play action, Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison from 4 yards out. And the Vikings add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And New York set to take the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. Back to throw again. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Being chased out left. A beautiful fake. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Going to run with Madison again. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Here's Madison running on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go Madison up the middle. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They go play action. Cousins. And he's caught on his sideline. First down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And that one complete to Hodgins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.